it rolling here because this next comic is from Phoenix, Arizona. Weighing in at 87 kilograms with a record of 7-0, she's a knockout. Please welcome VeraMaria.
Hi, guys. Good-looking crowd. Nice. Oops. There we go. My name is VeraMaria. Nice to see you guys out here. I grew up very poor, and when I say very poor, I don't mean like, we didn't have garlic bread to go with our spaghetti. I mean, we didn't have spaghetti to go with our spaghetti. So as a teenager, I decided to start going to this youth group, this church youth group, because everything they did was free. And, you know, at about 16, we went to church camp, and we learned all kinds of things at church camp. We learned how to do arts and crafts. We learned, we played the egg toss, all kinds of games. And I also learned how to give a blowy. I'm just kidding. I learned that at 14. When my family has get-togethers, like Thanksgiving or, let's say, interventions, we don't put it on social media because there are too many open warrants. I grew up in a Spanish-American household, and if you're familiar with, you know, Spanish-American folks in Arizona, you probably heard of something called a chancla. Chancla? You got it? Yeah? It's the deadliest weapon known to a Latin kid. It's a sandal. Chancla. Wait a minute. It's chancla, isn't it? Chancla? Chancla? Chancla. Ugh. I don't know. I'm not a real Mexican person. So my dad was a jockey when I was growing up, and we didn't get spanked with a chancla. We actually got spanked with a jockey stick. Yeah, it's meant to tame a 2,000-pound animal versus a 50-pound child. But I'll tell you, it was very effective. So, and so with the 2,000-pound animal instead of the 50-pound child, we you know, got spanked with that. And anyway, so you probably are thinking, when you're thinking about a jockey stick, if you've never seen one before, you might be picturing a riding crop. Riding crop is used in English writing, or white people writing, as opposed to short Mexicans. So I have what I call trailer park superpowers. I can eat anything, and I can sleep anywhere. As kids, we slept in bathrooms, we slept on benches, you know, the horse tack room, which is where they keep the leather and the feed. And I can eat anything. So, you know, when I'm at work, you know, I could fall asleep in the bathroom at work. It's no problem, you know. So this is me on a plane, ready for takeoff, and we haven't even left. Always waking myself up with the snore. So we also, like I said, I can eat anything. So we used to get these little boxes from sweet little church ladies. And the boxes would have things that never went together. Like nothing went together. It would have like tuna and peanut butter and, you know, pasta sauce. And so, you know, we took tuna and peanut butter sandwiches to lunch. And my favorite food, or rather my comfort food, is Vienna sausages. See, somebody else likes those. I'm not the only one. I used to get lost in the grocery store all the time. I think I was looking for a richer family. So have you heard about this new product on the market? It's called a Go Girl. Anybody heard of a Go Girl? No? Okay, good. I'm teaching you guys some new ones. It's a real product. It is for a woman to be able to stand up and pee. It's a female urination device. I can use it to pee anywhere, you know, at any time. But I don't understand why it has to be penis pink. Penis pink. It could have been beige or purple or chartreuse even. I tell you, it works really good, but the cleanup is another story. So I recently came out as bisexual, and I know what you're thinking. It's a glamorous life. Like I'm out there swinging on chandeliers at orgies. Now, I've learned that I'm a boring bisexual. Like when people think, oh, well, or when people find out I'm a bisexual, they're usually like, oh, you probably do like threesomes and stuff, right? Yeah, no. I tried those in my 20s. I'm terrible at it. You know, there's just way too many arms and legs everywhere. It's like the worst game of naked rugby ever. So, I mean, and you gotta be able to multitask if you're gonna be in a threesome. And I can't multitask. I can't walk and chew gum at the same time. And being in a threesome is like walking, chewing gum, and making lasagna at the same time. So I'm a boring bisexual. Recently, my fiance left me, in part because I'm a boring bisexual. And also she said I was like emotionally unavailable or something. I don't know. I wasn't really listening. So now that I'm on the dating scene, I've seen these dating apps and people put their bios up. And I see a ton of them that say, looking for a submissive. I had to look that up. It's part of the S&M lifestyle. Okay, submissive. Not really my thing, because the idea of getting hit with a long piece of leather, I think I've been there, done that. I don't need childhood flashbacks. So the other thing that I've recently been thinking about is, you know, as I date both men and women, again, remember, not at the same time, I found that I feel like the words that we use for sex acts are totally wrong. See, now you know why it's an 18+ show. I'm going to rename them. I think we don't use the right words. So let's start with blowjob. Oh, God, I'm glad my dad isn't here. So instead of calling it a blowjob, let's call it a suck job. Yeah. Instead of calling it eating out, we should call it a tongue lashing, right? So you got suck job, tongue lashing. Try those the next time, you know, for your friends. Suck job and tongue lashing instead. My best form of communication when I was married was a tongue lashing, actually. I was married to a man. Another thing that's driving me crazy is, what's with the term raw dog? If you're doing it right, there's no dog in there. So I say we call them STD generators. And another thing that drives me nuts is the cut down when people call each other a douchebag. That doesn't make sense either. I mean, the bag is full with cleanliness. It's filled with vinegar and water. It's great. It's the nozzle. So next time, for fun, at a party, call somebody a douche nozzle. That's the part that goes into the abyss. You're such a douche nozzle. Or, oh my God, did you hear about Becky? Her boyfriend is such a douche nozzle. So try that the next time, douche nozzle. So also what I've learned is there's a lot of people out there sending unsolicited dick pics. You've heard of this, you've seen these, or maybe you've sent them. You know, solicited is fine, but I have never asked to see a picture of your meat whistle. And my motto is, if I can't touch it at the time, why do I need to see a picture of it? Next time, send me a picture of your 401k. Now we're talking. Now that you're thinking about this part of the show, that wow, that Vera is such a freak, remember that most couples, regardless of orientation, one of them has said to the other one, honey, it's okay. We can just lay down a towel. So, lay a towel down, that's a good one. So, that one always makes me crack up. Another thing that's driving me nuts, okay, I know it's fall, y'all, but this pumpkin spice revolution is going too far. I mean, we've got pumpkin spice cookies and cakes and the coffee drinks. I love that. That's great. But pumpkin spice condoms? I don't think so. Nobody's ding-a-ling needs to smell like it just fucked a pumpkin pie. Taking it too far. Here's another anecdote for you. Lip injections are the toupee of plastic surgery. We can all tell what's going on there, and it never looks as good as the real thing. So I say we take whatever they're putting in those lip injections and put them in small penises. Yeah, let's try that. So when I'm first starting to date somebody, I can tell immediately how much I like them by which type of body wash I use. I'm telling you, that origin shit is expensive. I'm saving that for like somebody I might marry or a doctor. And I don't want to set the smell meter too high, on the first date. Because that, like I said, that shit's expensive. So that got me to thinking, like, what about guys? Like, if you really like a girl, do you wash your kibbles and bits? If you don't like her, you just splash some water on there? I don't know. Got me thinking about that. I also suffer from this, I guess it would be like, I don't know, is it a disease? No, it's not really a disease. Anyway, I suffer from body dysmorphia. Anybody know what body dysmorphia is? That's where when you look in the mirror, it looks different than what you actually look like. So when I look in the mirror, I see Scarlett Johansson. Don't feel so bad, though. I used to see Steve Harvey. So I was dating this guy who had a mirror on his ceiling. I thought this was great until I realized that my O face looks very suspiciously like my Q-tip face. You guys are a beautiful audience. Thank you so very much. Oh, you're so cute. My name is Vera Maria, and my safe word is more.